welcome to the new season. Happy?
Very happy, yes.
You've had a few new seasons as a manager now, going into a new season. Is it always as exciting? Is it more exciting than ever? Is it less exciting? How do you feel?
It gets more and more exciting,
Yeah,
I think. Probably because you know the club, you know the players, we're in a good trajectory. We have so much still to get done and achieve. And I think the whole place feels really enthusiastic and energetic about the new season.
And is it because you sense that you could just go that one step further this season, 5 points adrift 2 seasons ago, 2 points adrift of the title last season, on that trajectory, maybe with a chance of winning it this time?
I think it's because I feel the joy of working where I work. I really enjoy the company, the people, the players, the staff, our supporters, and we also, you know, willing to do well and bring major trophies. But it's going to be about the journey, and we have to think about the start, where we want to be on day one. I think we had a good pre-season. We made some big strides, and we're ready to go.
Because of the 2024 that you had, calendar year-wise, with your win rate, 84% your win rate in 2024, won 16 of the 18, drew one of the others. Is that giving you a special belief that you can look forward in the summer rather than look back?
For sure, that's what we've done. You know, to improve those numbers becomes really, really tricky. You know, but this is the level that is required to win this Premier League and with the competition that we have in the league. So every year is going to be harder. So we have to be better. We have to find margins in areas probably before that we haven't explored, and we all have to set new standards. And if we do that, we're going to give ourselves a really good chance.
It's very tiring, even though it's exciting, and you use the word joyous as well. It is very tiring being a Premier League manager, particularly when you're involved in other competitions, Europe, etc. Between the final ball that was kicked kind of the end of May and you getting together with some of your players in Marbella at the end of June, about 5 weeks, I think. Is that Mikel time? Phone off, computer off, everything off, football brain off, or not? Can you not do that?
It was for a few days, or a week, or 10 days. But then it's a lot of things that you are feeling, and you have to start writing and thinking, and you start to have certain conversation with people around the club, people in other sports, and you always feel connected. You feel connected with your team. I miss my players. I miss the staff. It's something that is tiring. For me, it's not. You know, there are moments that are obviously the amount of hours that we put in and work is unbelievable. But we all love what we do. And the summer was great. I had a lot of time to think and enjoy as well my family and friends. But I was so connected with the team and where the direction we want to take as well.
I know that you've spoken about it before, you spend time kind of in meditation. Is that something you just need to do when you're fully into a season, or do you need to do it also when you've got your time off with your family?
I think it's a routine. I think it helps on your work environment. I think it works with the quality in your relationships, whether are staff, players, your own family. I feel better doing it, you know. Sometimes I do sports and it helps me. Sometimes I watch other sports and it's really helpful. It's working, finding actually what it makes you to feel better and be better with yourself.
You're well known now for investigating the fine margins that can be so important, the innovation, the ideas that you have to motivate the players, get the best you can out of the players, never standing still in terms of the preparation. You know, we've spoken about Win, obviously. In documentary, we saw about some of the speakers you brought in before a game, the loudspeakers around the training ground. There was stories of goings on this summer, or maybe true, maybe not true, about pickpockets. I'm not going to talk about that, but where do you get these ideas from that can make that little bit of difference to get you a result that you might not other get?
Well, there are certain areas as a team that you can always improve. You know, you have to step back and just feel the temperature, feel what the team needs, what kind of direction, what are we lacking. If we promote something, how they react to that, and the more we know them, the more we can help them, and then it's finding creative ways to to install that, to make them talk about certain things and give importance to certain things that probably are not in any stat, but are very relevant to be competitive and win, and that's what we always try to do.
What's next then? Have you got any other off-the-wall ideas that might make a difference?
We have, through the summer, we have put a lot of things in place to evolve the team, to find a next level within this team, to inspire players. I think the players have to come and they have to see something new, something fresh, something that is, wow, this is a different dimension now what we are talking here. And we have players that are so capable, quality-wise, they are so coachable, they really want it, they are young, they want to do it, so let's look at that.
I guess if you reveal what they are now, they might not work as well, but is there any ideas you can give us about what you've got planned?
Not about that topic, no, sorry.
Fair enough. Obviously, we're not here to talk about the transfer window, but I guess one of your biggest new signings this season is going to be Jurrien, given that you couldn't use him at all last season. And I know he was going to be important to you last season, so how important do you think he could be to you this season?
Yes, key. Well, it's an unbelievable player that is already earned the respect and admiration of all of us without playing, you know, so that's unbelievable thing to do after only one season. So yeah, we are desperate to have him on that pitch. His leadership, his skill, his composure, the way he competes, his intelligence, I think is going to bring so much to the team. Is
he going to be a real proper Arsenal player, the kind of Arsenal player Mikel Arteta loves?
Yeah, because the teammates love him, you know. He makes them better. It's, you know, the way he coaches, he leads. He's the first one there. He loves the game. He wants to improve. It's an unbelievable player, and let's make sure that he has the right consistency in the team, and he's going to have a huge impact.
Can we talk a little bit as well about Ricardo Calafiori?
Yeah, sure.
Why him?
I fell in love with him. I watched him a year ago, and I saw something different, an aura, a charisma, a presence that it was not only related about his skill. So we started to follow him, and we saw a player. He was 21 at the time. That was doing things and reacting to things in a way that 21-year-old normally doesn't. He had a really difficult past as well. He had a very difficult knee injury. The way he reacted to that as well. And the way when I met him, I said, yeah, for sure. And he was so convinced. He only wanted to come to Arsenal. He only wanted to play for us. So I'm really happy to have him.
How important is that these days for everybody, but particularly here at Arsenal, that someone's got that desire and that mentality, they can fit in with the rest of the group and they want to be here?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. When you sense that, you know, what a privilege. You know, we have a club that is so powerful, and players want to come, the staff wants to come, and that's a great sign for all the work that the club has done in the last few years, to acknowledge that from the external people. So it's a great sign when you look at something in their eyes and say, no, listen, I just want to play here, I don't want to go anywhere else. It's unbelievable.
And if a player is on paper what you need in terms of skill, in terms of they can fill a gap in the squad that you need, but they're not right on that score, they're not bothered whether they come to Arsenal, they're not got the right mentality, would that mean that they wouldn't come to the club, in your opinion? Do you have the final say?
Well, ideally, no, because we are so aligned as well, you know. It's the player first, is the human being, you know, and is that personality going to fit in with what we want and the values of the football club, the values of the team, the spirit we want to create, the ambition that you need to have individually as a player. And then, yeah, the qualities that we need on that. So if the first filter is not there, it's not going to work. And if it works, it's going to work for a very short period. And we are here to be consistent and keep evolving this club much further.
And Ricardo, such a good-looking boy, isn't he? I mean, you've got a good-looking club, all the players good-looking, the manager's good-looking. It's a dream for the commercial people, isn't it? You've got this model joining the team.
Yes, I don't know, but that's something that is not. Is what I like about him is his body language. He's a warrior. He's a fighter. He loves playing football. He's a massive competitor. And you saw the other day, after one or two actions, the supporters are there because you can sense the passion that he plays with every single ball.
Just a final point, and Opta and their supercomputer. You were asked a few times about Opta's supercomputer last season, and I know you take it all with a pinch of salt, probably quite rightly, but they're predicting that Manchester City have an 82.2% chance of winning the title, and Arsenal have a 12.2% chance of winning the title. I bet that's music to your ears, isn't it? Pressure's off.
We cannot do that. I think nobody's going to put more demands. There is no computer, there is nobody external is going to put more demands on us that we're going to do ourselves. So that's it.